their questioning activities. So by giving opportunity, okay, class, what do you think about this? Any question about this? Why this happens? Always keep questioning. This is the nature of the critical thinking. Okay. Don't talk too much. Don't talk too much, but ask very much. That's much better. Or the student can raise their own questions. That's also much better. And then creativity. Creativity means that, okay, we know Timon Mas. What do you think about the closing of the story? That's happy ending or sad ending? Yeah, and that's Timon Mas is happy ending, sir. Okay, can we modify? Can we modify the story by using the sad ending? Because you know, tragedy, as Shakespeare said, that actually that's the most important part of the story. Tragedy is much more important than comedy. That's Shakespeare, as I said, right? Okay, class. Let's do together. We divide you into five groups, for examples, or because now it's in a pandemic situations, but I don't know. Maybe in Katingan, your Puwinas area, maybe you live in a green zone, right? I guess because you live in a jungle, and I think there is no pollution there. So I think coronavirus can stay there for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, for a while.
Okay. Right. Eating. Okay. Creativity. Right. Creativity. Okay. Okay, class. Can we modify this? For example, okay, we are going to descriptive for examples. We are going to describe. We are going to describe our schools, for example, our schools. Okay, can we modify from the point of view of the architect? Can you modify the descriptions from the point of view of the uh, canteen owner, for example, from teachers? So this is the way how to stimulate their creativity. Do not do not treat the text as a given one, but you may negotiate. You may negotiate the text. You may create the new things from the text. You can modify the text. This is also good questions for you, Bapak Ibu. For examples, if you find the difficult text, for examples, can you imagine the difficult text? The text that you cannot understand, or you yourself, it's quite hard to understand, or even your students, right? Suppose that you grab from the International Times magazine, for example, International Times magazines, Bapak Ibu, and then you thought, okay, this is quite hard. My questions: how to modify such kind of text, the original text. Okay, come on, somebody, anybody, do I have somebody? Yeah, how to modify the authentic text that you are going to bring into your classroom or into your students, in this case, in the pandemic case. Bapak Ibu, how to increase the readability, how to make it more readable for your students, for you, and even for your students. How? Any experience? Okay, I would like to wait, there is no name. Oh, come on. Yeah, if I share the slides and then there is no name in the all right. Okay, anyone, gentlemen, come on, speak up, gentlemen. How to make it your text more readable for your students? Is it clear, my questions? Suppose that you have a text and then that's not really easy to understand. My question, how to make it much easier to understand? How to modify the text? Okay. No response?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Maybe
Mention your name, Bu, because I cannot see.
Johanna Pratiwi. Johanna
Okay.
Pratiwi.
Okay. Go ahead, Johanna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can use PowerPoint, or you can use YouTube
Okay.
to
Okay.
to maximum.
To maximize what? To maximize the engagement of the students.
Yes.
But again, if you have a difficult text to understand, the text is quite hard to understand, and then you try to project it by using the PowerPoint or by using the YouTube,
or
imagine that
or
the text
maybe I translate it first into
okay,
Indonesian.
okay.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
so you are so literal. I like it. Yes, you are so literal. Bapak Ibu, I think that's a kind of the final technique that you are going to use, Bapak Ibu. Before having such kind of final things, Bapak Ibu, what kind of negotiation that you can do with your students? Okay,
maybe, yes, sir. Or maybe Mrs. Wina can go first.
Okay, no, you first is okay. Puyana, still Puyana? No.
No,
Somebody
it's
else.
me, Dian.
Okay, Budian. Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry, Bapak Ibu ya, because I cannot see your face. If I share the slides, okay, you should understand from my point of view. If I share my slides, then all I have is my PowerPoint. I cannot see anything from you. So that's quite hard for me. So if you mention your name, okay, I try.
Excuse me, sir.
Your name. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Can I go to toilet?
Oh yes. I thought you are going to respond my questions. Okay. Now we go back to Bu. Do I have somebody?
Dian.
Okay.
Dian.
Oh, Budian.
Yeah.
Yes, Budian.
Please go ahead, Budian.
That's the name that I'm going to memorize, but it's quite hard. Yeah, Budian, come on.
Yeah, the thing that I can imagine, if I have a text that for me myself are hard to understand, maybe first I have to find some words that I've already understand the meaning. And then we can ask the students to underline the words that they already understand, and then try to connect it or link it with the previous knowledge they have.
Right.
Or
perfect.
Maybe we can also cut the text into several parts. So I think if we can have shorter text, it will be easier for us to understand. And then after that, after we understand the point of every part of the text, we can try to conclude, or we can try to find the conclusion, what's the meaning of the text, the whole part of the text. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Budian. I think that's really clear. The way how to modify the text is by controlling the difficult words, the advanced words, or in other words, advanced words. Bapak Ibu, sophisticated, for examples. I think this is too hard, right? Okay, so how to modify such kind of word, the advanced word, by using another or the modest or simpler words? How? You can use the thesaurus. Have you ever heard about thesaurus?
Yes,
I think
sir.
that yes. Yeah. Okay, good. English teacher, you must be familiar with these tools. This is your tools. farmer must be familiar with the what is farmer's tools. Yeah, I don't know. Right, but teachers tools is one of the teachers tools is English teachers, I mean, thesaurus. This is not dictionary. This is the similar words or synonym and also antonym, but this is really helpful for you if you are going to modify the text or increasing the readability of the text. If you don't have the thesaurus literally, the stick, for example, from Longman, I think that you can use the Microsoft. Microsoft is so kind by providing the thesaurus by clicking right click by right clicking. So actually you will have the some options including the thesaurus. If you click the thesaurus, and then you will have the similar the long list of the synonym, and you can choose to replace the advanced word by using the simpler words. You got the point, Bapak Ibu, for now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very clear.
Okay, okay, right. Thank you. I would like to continue. Okay, I would like to continue my slides. Okay. Critical thinking. I think this is quite clear. Creativity. We must be creative in modifications, in doing something in different way. And then communication. Stimulate your students to talk, to write. Ask them to speak up and to write down. Okay, that's the productive skills which is very, very important for English lesson, Bapak Ibu. Okay, and collaborations. This is about attitude, but you know that actually collaboration will be required for their future. Critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration. Keep these points in mind in whatever techniques that you are going to use and whatever content that you are going to deliver in your classroom. Is that clear, Bapak Ibu? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Bapak Ibu. Somehow we also heard that, okay, we also add another what? Two C's. Two C's. So we have 4 C's, right? Critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration. Another C, that's what we call compassion. How do the students do not put down the others, right? They should have the feeling to respect each other. That's about compassion, right? And also computational thinking. Computational thinking means that if they talk about certain content of text, for example, they should able to manage the logic behind the text. Logic means the computational thinking. Why this is important? Because this is the assumption. We cannot execute something. We cannot do the decision-making process. It is hard to decide something without any determinations, and determination coming from the logical thinkings and computational thinking. That's why that's pretty important. Okay, make them 4. This is the simple versions: critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration. If you like to have 6, so we can add 2 C's. What are they, Bapak Ibu? Do you still remember? Compassion.
Yes, compassion and computational thinking.
Excellent, Bu Ayu Lestari. You have a good memory. Literacy, numeracy, character. I think literacy, we already talked about this. Literacy in reading something, we are able to have conclusions. We can draw logical conclusions. That's the way. That's literacy, how literacy works, Bapak Ibu, and numeracy about mathematics and character. I think we already talked about this, and also higher order thinking skills, and it must be integrative way, how to pack everything in our classroom. Suppose that you are going to deliver the descriptive text, for examples, you must be very good in understanding that you have some spectrum, you have some competency features, some competencies or the spectrums for any kind of topics that you are going to deliver, and you will deliver it integratively. Okay, what kind of critical thinking in our teaching delivery? What kind of creativity? What kind of communication skills that we are going to stimulate? What kind of collaborations? This is what they call integratively. And if possible, and I suggest you, from now on, you can do it together with such kind of cross-cutting theme, cross-cutting subjects. You can work together with a math teacher, for examples, or science teacher. If you are going to talk about the virus, for examples, and the virus will be the topic in science, biology, right? Biology or science, biology, right? Biology. You can cooperate with the biology, and you can ask your students after understanding the virus, and then they can describe, okay, how does coronavirus look like, for example. Okay, that's the point. So basically, we can deliver your materials by having the cross subject. Cross subject means that you can work together with the other subject matter, and then you must be very good in understanding the students' multiple intelligence. Again, Bapak Ibu, you must be very good in recognizing your students' talents. If they are very good in math, maybe somehow they are not pretty good in English. That's fine. That's fine. If they are not pretty good in English and math, maybe they are pretty good in art, for examples. You must be very good in spotting such kind of talent from your students. And because what happens in a very common way, the English teachers it's a very single-minded. Okay, you must be very good in English, but I'm very good in art. I don't care about art. All my business is English. You must be very good in English. And you try to force this view, you try to force this perspective to your students. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's why you should very good in spotting your talents, your students' talents. Okay? Okay, creativity, critical thinking, communication, collaborations, and then cross-cutting theme or cross-cutting subjects, and also multiple intelligences. You should consider those become one that you are going to bring into your classroom or into your students. Somehow we think that, okay, that's too complicated. Come on. No, life is always complex. Life is always complex, but we can approach it by using the simple one. If you have that's why later we are going to build the case, and in these occasions I would like to build the case by using the story, how to bring the critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, and so on and so forth, based on the story. I would like to show you by building this case. Actually, this is quite simple, but again, we must have a good awareness from any kind of spectrum. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. Okay, I would like to randomly put one KD here, membedakan fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan beberapa teks naratif lisan dan tulis memberi bla 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 bla. Menangkap makna secara kontekstual terkait fungsi. This is our basic competencies, right, Bapak Ibu? Do you have this, Bapak Ibu? Do you have this KD?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have, right? This is, the topic is about narrative text or a story. In this case, legends. Legends. Okay. Okay. How can we bind this as our learning objective? Previously, last year, we are so sophisticated in developing the learning objective in a very details, right? For example, that we have the supporting objective, we have the main objective, and we have the extended objective. Okay, that's not false, but simplicity, simplicity is the highest form of the sophistications. If you are going to be sophisticated teachers, Bapak Ibu, you must be very simple. If you are well in keep it simple, Bapak Ibu, you are not sophisticated persons. Okay, keep this in mind. Right. So the question is how to keep it simple. What is our learning objective? Simple one, but even in this pandemic situation, Bapak Ibu, you must be very good in make everything simpler. Okay, we have this KD. How to squeeze this as a simple learning objective, and I try to give a clue. Students are able to enjoy, interpret, and compare two or more legends, right? In this case, legend, right? Legends, or I can replace this legend, and also express ideas about the story in English confidently. Okay. Why enjoy? Because the social functions of the story, right? What is the social functions? What is the functions of the story, Bapak Ibu? Narrative text. What is the social functions or the functions of the narrative text? To amuse, to entertain, right? To entertain, to amuse someone else, the reader. Okay, so the ultimate achievement in narrative text is how the reader are able to enjoy the text. If they fail to enjoy the text, means that the nature of the narrative text is not there. Okay, enjoy, and then interpret. This is the reflections of the activity here. The activity in cognitive, this is cognitive process. Bapak Ibu, are you familiar with the Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy? Have you ever heard about Bloom's taxonomy?
Bloom taxonomy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my question, interpretations in which level?
Or C?
Okay, level 4. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
5.
Right.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
And then, okay, right. Okay, that's not really important. The most important thing that's not the lower one, right? That's not the lower one. Okay.
Yes.
Memorizing, right? That's the lower one. Interpretations is the higher order thinking skills. And then we also do the comparisons, comparing and contrasting, right? Comparing and contrasting by finding the similarity and differences. Bapak Ibu, if they are able to enjoy the text, interpret the content, and then compare two or more stories, I think that this KD for pengetahuan are achieved. Okay, now next, and then the students are also able to express their ideas about the story in English confidently. Okay, what is the probable expressions from the students after reading the story? Maybe they can retell the story. Is that possible? Retell the
Yes, it's
story,
possible.
retell the story, and then maybe they can act it out,
Yeah,
right?
act it out. Yes.
Act it out, and then what else? Maybe they can summarize the story, the plot, for examples. Okay, this kind of expressions, whether oral expressions or written expressions confidently, so this is the reflections of this menangkap makna. We do not force our students to write the new short story, because that's too hard. All we need from our students is not to develop the short story. If they are able to develop the short story, that's pretty good. They are exceeding this. They are exceeding this KD. But KD is the minimum one. What is the minimum levels? They can catch the meaning. How to catch the meaning? If they are able to paraphrase the content, the story, okay, they can catch the meaning. If they are able to summarize the plot, okay, they can catch the meaning. If they can retell orally the story, okay, they can catch the meaning. You get the point, Bapak Ibu? That's what we call the way to express ideas by based on the story that we deliver to our students. Okay, is that clear, Bapak Ibu? I know Zoom meeting is not easy to give the response, because you must be unmute first, and then you talk, right? So we have no simultaneous situations, right? But I can guess that this is quite understandable. In the process, Bapak Ibu, the challenges are how to improve the student enjoyment and how to stimulate the critical thinking. I would like to try to control these two ingredients, enjoyment and critical thinking. Why? Because sometimes in our mind, we think that this is quite paradox. If we are a good thinker, we cannot enjoy the life. If we enjoy the life very much, we are not a thinker. But that's not true. Basically, if our thinking is quite chronological, we can enjoy the life in a very maximum way, because we know everything. We can enjoy the small aspects of this life. That's also what happened in the text. If they can think creatively, if they can think critically about the text, so they will be able to enjoy the text, the story. It looks like a paradox, but actually not. We can harness, we can unify the enjoyment and critical thinking become one. Believe it or not. I guess that you believe in me, yeah, Bapak Ibu. For now, at least, yeah. Okay. This is what we have in a process in the class with our students, either in a distant learning or in a face-to-face learning. You should vary your materials. If you are going to talk about the narrative text, please do not bring only one, and the one is Timun Mas. Again, Timun Mas is so predictable, easy to predict, Bapak Ibu. If you bring the materials which is quite predictable for your students, That's not learning. Remember, Vygotsky mentioned what's the concept? Zone of proximal development. Have you ever heard this concept? ZPD, zone of proximal development. Zone proximal development means that we bring them, we feed up them with certain materials, but not really predictable. So the formula is n+1. Okay, get varied your learning materials. And then, all right, you should create the learning activities which is pretty meaningful for your students. You have a certain purpose. You have a certain purpose. Do not bring the game and game and game and game without any purpose. That's not mindful. Okay, that's not mindful. You should think about this. You should bring the mindful activities to your students. If not mindful, if not meaningful, okay, you can eliminate it. Just take and grab the mindful one. And then feed your instructional media. The formula is just the same. If fit, use it. Come on, this media is so wonderful. I'm really excited with this media. The question is still the same. Does it fit? I'm not pretty sure. If not fit, you cannot use it. How sophisticated are the instructional media? But that's the parameter. The parameter is fit or not fit. You got the point, Bapak Ibu? Okay, good. I'm right. We still have a couple minutes. Okay. That's why you should bring them in your plan. In your plan. Okay. What is your plan, Bapak Ibu? That's what we call RPP, lesson plan, right? And I guess that you are quite familiar with the lesson plan. And now the policy in our Ministry of Education, we can develop one-page lesson plan, right? Okay. You can study. You can not really study. You can enjoy this YouTube, Bapak Ibu, this YouTube link. Do you have the YouTube link? You can go to, you can go to your, what is the name? See what, Bapak Ibu? Okay, this one. Oh, yeah, right. That's the point. Everything is new to my mind. Yeah, now I'm learning. Yes. Okay. Si baca, Bapak Ibu, you can. Sorry, I think that is different. Right. We have already put here. Okay, we already put here. Okay, this one, right? Oh, this is still locking. I'm trying to unlock. You know how to unlock, Bapak Ibu. Okay, I'll teach you. I just learned this last night from Pak Aryati. Okay, and then now I would like to unlock. Okay. Ya, Bapak Ibu, you have tampilkan. Okay, you can go to your account which is already enrolled, Bapak Ibu, and you can have this link, Bapak Ibu. I already elaborate in a very detail. I guess that in 2 hours, discussing and talking about how to develop the lesson plan, one-page lesson plan. Okay. All right, and now, okay. No, I would like to matikan mode. Okay, Bapak Ibu. Do you have the link, Bapak Ibu? No? You can
Yes,
the link? Okay.
Yes, I have opened it, sir.
All right. Maybe not now because our time is limited. The point is that actually, I would like to have a more discussion with you. What do you think about the one-page lesson plan? What things that you will have in the lesson plan? How do you decide the procedures that you are going to have in a lesson plan? Those things that I would like to elaborate, but the time is quite limited, Bapak Ibu. 5-10 minutes to go. The most important thing that right, if you want to still connected with me, Bapak Ibu, I think that you can leave your comments in a YouTube in discussing the one-page lesson plan, and I will find it, and then I'll try to reply your comments. Okay, if you have any good idea, excellent idea, please drop your comments. Because I think that I'm glad to hear from Wina this morning, the learning experience, learning circumstances in a village in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of nowhere. And if you can share your minds, your experience, Wina, and leave the comments, I think that we can have a good discussion there, right? Because I developed the lesson plan in a pretty universal way, and because my points that everybody can use this or inspire from this point, but again, the customizations, how to customize the lesson plan is I leave it in individual perspective, individual area. Okay. Okay, you have the, if you already find the link, I would like to skip this, Bapak Ibu. So, Bapak Ibu, what is the point in this link? The way how to develop the lesson plan, how to bring everything, right? How to bind many things in one page of lesson plan. That's the whole thing. Okay. If you don't agree, I think that you can leave the comment. If you agree or you have the expansion, if you would like to expand something or intensify in certain things, I think you can also can leave the comments. Okay, next. You know that this is quite limited. Bapak Ibu, next, I'm going to talk about this. Yeah. Do you still remember that I'm going to elaborate the two things that become our challenges? The first one is about how to engage the students, how to improve the students' engagement, how the students more enjoyable with our activity, with our text. Because if they can enjoy the activity, so we can engage them easily. Can you imagine it? Okay, the question is how to engage the students to love a story. This is the case, Bapak Ibu. Descriptive text, you can think about this many things. Using digital story Wattpad, Bapak Ibu. Have you ever heard about Wattpad? No? This is new?
Yes, sir, I have heard.
For me.
Okay, okay. All right. To Ayu Lestari, have you ever opened the Wattpad? What do you have in Wattpad?
Actually, no. I just know it from Instagram.
All right. You have so many stories, interesting stories and contemporary there, Bapak Ibu. Hello, if Budian, have you ever read a story in Wattpad?
Yes, sir.
Guess what?
Um,
In hearing the Wattpad or in reading the Wattpad content?
Reading the Wattpad content.
Oh, excellent. Bapak out there, please, I would like to hear your voice. Come on. You are so quiet, calm.
I never use Wattpad, sorry, sir.
Okay, okay. And now you know, Bapak Ibu ya, Bapak ya. Now you know, right? Wattpad. At least this is what we call inspiration. After this, open YouTube, and then open Wattpad, open Padlet, and open, what else? Mentimeter, yeah, many things, right? Using storybooks, printed and digital version. Bapak Ibu, please do not only bring the Timon Mas. Come on, that's so clear, and you know that the student will get bored easily because yeah, you know, everybody knows Timon Mas. Nothing new from Timon Mas, right? So I think you can use storybooks, the printed and digital version, and then implementing extensive reading program using journal. So you can provide the kind of tables. You have some columns. The first column is number. The second column, you know, can you imagine the second column is about the title of the story, and then the third column is about what your impressions. What is your impressions about the story? And then the last column is about what is the lesson learned from the short story, from the story. This kind of journal, Bapak Ibu, pretty helpful for your students to love reading, because they will stick with the table with the brick. Okay, bringing them to library for the voluntary reading. Okay, class. Now we have the spare time, right? Okay. What do you think if we go to the library and you can read anything that you love, anything that you like, any topic that you like? Okay, you can read it. Okay, this is voluntary read. This is what we call voluntary reading. And then introducing the audio video series. Everything is getting advanced, Bapak Ibu. Now, if you quite hard in reading the letters, I think you can hear the story by using the audio video story. That's why we have now it's getting popular. That's what we call audio book. Have you ever heard about that? Audio book. Just nod your head like this, and I will draw. Oh, right. And then I'll draw the conclusion. Okay, you understand. You are familiar. But if you do this, I also draw the conclusion. Okay, you are understand. You understand, and you are familiar. It's the same. Using contemporary story. Timon Mas is okay, but add some contemporary stories. Building reading corner of our wall. Okay, we have the wall magazines, and then the students can stick up their appreciations, their review for certain story. You have a certain day for reading program. Okay, now it's Wednesday reading program. Now it's Thursday reading program. Only one day in a week, Bapak Ibu. Okay. Next. The next point is, okay, the first one is how to engage the students to love reading. The next point, the next challenge is how to stimulate the students the critical thinking and creativity. Bapak Ibu. The first, Bapak Ibu, again, that this is the universal one. If you teach in a city area, you should engage your students. If you teach in a rural area, in a very remote area, without any kind of modern touch, Bapak Ibu, still, you also should engage the students. That's what I call universal things. And another universal point is how to stimulate the critical thinking, right? But my students live in a very rural area. Even in a rural area, but in my area, there is no civilization, even in an uncivilized area, Bapak Ibu. Why? Because everybody deserves to have a good quality education. They deserve it. If you do not fulfill them, I think that you do not fulfill the human rights, right? Human rights born to be have a dignity, and dignity based on the critical thinking and free will, right? Okay, number one, asking students to continue or extend the story, the lady or the tiger. This is the example. Okay, class. So we have the story, the lady or the tiger. Which one you choose? The lady with the crown, or the tiger in the cage, for example. If you choose this, you have this kind of consequences, and you choose tiger, you have these consequences. Okay, I leave it open. So the students are able to create their own endings. This is good, Bapak Ibu. This is what we call creativity. You got the point, Bapak Ibu? Just do like this. Okay. And then number two, asking them to make a relevant dialogue and act it out, role play. Okay. Okay, we have a story. We have a story, and the story is not Timon Mas, Bapak Ibu. And then, okay, class, based on this story, can you transform into a dialogue? If we have three characters, okay, three characters in the dialogue. If we have two characters, okay, two characters in the dialogues, and act it out. I think, Bapak Ibu, if this is not clear, just speak up, right? Time is ours. Building literature circle by retelling the story and transform into a picture. Okay, class. In a group, we have this kind of story, right? Can you transform this story into a kind of comic, for example, comic strip? Can you, by using the stick pictures, that's okay. But if you are very good in drawing the animation, that's much better. And then you can give some kind of bubble, for the text. Okay, so the transformation from this story into a kind of pictorial story, there is a kind of critical and creative ingredients in it. You got the point, Bapak Ibu, ya? Grouping them with a different story and transform into story map or storyline by using graphic organizer. Can you imagine it, Bapak Ibu? For example, if we are talking about the biography of the Nelson Mandela, for example, so we can use the flow chart. Can you imagine flow chart? Okay, for example, when he is a baby, in a young age period, and then when they struggle with the people for apartheid, for example, and finally it passed away. This is what we call the timeline. And this is what we call graphic organizer. If we are going to compare, two stories, Bapak Ibu, what kind of graphic organizer that we probably can use? Come on, speak up. If we are going to compare, so you can use the Venn diagram. Have you ever heard about Venn diagram, Bapak Ibu? Venn diagram is like this, right? So we have we have two circles, and then there is a kind of intersections, right? Intersections between these two circles. So the intersections is for similarities, right? And the rest of the area in the circle is for distinctive features, something which is not similar, right? The distinctive features. So you can use the graphic organizer. Okay, giving open and hot questions. What will you do if you were in his or her place, Bapak Ibu? Okay, you have the you have listened to the story. Okay, what do you think? What will you do if you were in her place? Or we do, for example. Bapak Ibu. Why this is important? Why? Because we try to stimulate the students to imagine something, and this is the reflections of creativity and critical thinking. Okay, this is pretty easy for you, for teachers. Bapak Ibu. Okay, class. No, not class, because this is pandemic situations. Okay, what will you do if you were in his place? What will you do if you were in her place? Bapak Ibu. Okay, this is very template questions. You can use this question in any kind of story. In any kind of story. And the response will be different, right? Based on their own imaginations. If they cheat each other, the students cheat each other, right? Cheat from somebody else, you can easily detect this, and you should give the punishment, Bapak Ibu. Right? No cheating, no cheating. We try to reinforce the characters from now on. If not, our nation will collapse because we are corrupted from our characters. Asking them to transform into picture and asking them to rewrite using their own language. Okay, class, please paraphrase by using your own language. That's easy. Next. Okay, we have no time. So you can ask by yourself. This is the story about the Ming Fu and Li, for example. Okay, but can you see this text? Somebody? Okay, can you read it? Okay, but okay, can you read it for me? For us, not for me. For us. Anyone?
The mailman.
Yes, the mailman.
Okay.
Yeah, louder.
Could I have a printer? Okay. The mailman. Okay, everybody's clear? My voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
mailman.
crystal clear.
Okay, the mailman. Ming Fu and Li made a party. For Ming Fu, it was love at first sight. Hello, he said to Li. I'm Ming Fu. Li looked at him and smiled. Hi, she said. I'm Li. Ming Fu and Li laughed and talked all evening. When they left the party, it was 2 a.m. For the next year, Ming Fu and Li were together every weekend. They went everywhere together, to movies, to parks, to museums, and to restaurants. One night, at a romantic restaurant, Ming Fu asked Li, Will you marry me? No. Li answered, I'm not ready to get married. I can't believe it, Ming Fu thought. Li doesn't want to marry me. But I love her. What can I do? Ming Fu began writing love letters to Li. Every day he wrote a letter and mailed it to her. I love you, he said in his letters. Marry me. Every day, the same mailman delivered Ming Fu's letter to Li. The mailman always smiled when he gave Li a letter. Ming Fu sent Li a love letter every day for 2 years. 700 letters altogether. Finally, Lee said, I'm ready to get married now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much,
Wina.
Bu Vina.
Vina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is new to my mind. Sorry for that. Yeah. Bu Vina, thank you very much. Okay, the next questions, Bapak Ibu. Look, it doesn't work. Wait, oh, sorry. Did Li marry Ming Fu? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
finally.
Yes. Who are you? Bu Mia. Sorry.
Wina.
Sorry. Bu Vina.
Wina. Yeah.
Bu Vina. Yes or
Yeah.
no? Li marry Ming
Uh,
Fu?
Yes, finally, at
Yes,
the end.
finally. Bapak-bapak sekarang. Saya tinggal gitu. Oke. Oke, I try to. Okay, gentlemen, please. Yes or no? Are you going to marry Lee or yes or no, Pak?
I have a wife already.
Okay, you have one, yeah? Okay. Now it's another one, Pak. Did Lee marry Ming Fu or yes or no?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Bapak Ibu, I think that you should read once again. Finally, Lee said, I'm ready to get married now. So this segment is addressed to who? To who? Actually, did Lee marry Ming Fu? No, he
No,
didn't.
no, no,
He
no,
married the mailman.
no,
He married
no.
the mailman. Why?
No, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, mailman who delivered Ming Fu's letter. That's why Ming Fu's letters, there is no reply to Ming Fu's letter, but the oral replay, spoken replay to the mailman. Okay, Bapak Ibu.
Oh.
Okay. But that's the typical question that you can develop, right? Okay. And this is another harder points. I cropped this. I took this from PISA. Have you, Bapak Ibu, do you remember PISA, Program of International Student Assessment? Which point that I already mentioned at the very outset, and the very first time, the data from PISA, Program of International Student Assessment.
Yeah.
Do you still remember with that? Okay.
Yeah.
No rush, no rush. Okay, I'll show you once again. Okay, this is the data from PISA.
Yeah.
This is the data from PISA, and this is the data from PISA. PISA mentions that our reading literacy is pretty low. It's quite low, Bapak Ibu. And this is the examples of the reading activity, right? The question, the story is about, the title of the story is The Gift. And the story is about a widow, Mbok Rondo. Just similar to our own story about Mbok Rondo, right? So once upon a time, a widow live in a small hut, small house, right? And suddenly surrounded by the flood, water flood. Okay, and time goes, and then Mbok Rondo or the widow feels hungry, finds some foods from the kitchen, and what happens? Mbok Rondo find a black cat, like a panther, black cat, and then Mbok Rondo said, "Okay, I'll eat first, and I'll see you the rest. I'll eat first, and I'll see the rest." Bapak Ibu, in this case, the question is, what is your typical question? Our typical question is, who is the main character? And of course, Mbok Rondo. What is the moral story? Okay, we should what? We should be compassionate to the creature of our God. What else? Many things. But again, those are the typical questions. Question which happens again and again, and you replay again and again, right? I would like to show you the questions which is not really typical questions. This is coming from PISA, Program for International Student Assessment. After reading the story about the widow, Bapak Ibu, Here is part of the conversations between two people who, I can read it, that's too small. Can you read it? Who read the gift, right? The gift is the title. The gift is the title of the reading passage. I think that the woman in the story, okay, I'll make it slideshow, right? Okay, that's much better. Oh, that's not better. I think that the woman in the story is heartless and cruel. How can you say that? I think that the woman is very compassionate, Bapak Ibu. The instruction is not, okay, which one is the right one? Which statement is the right one? Right statement? No. We ask test taker, the students, give evidence from the story to show how each of these speakers could justify the point of view. Speaker one, what is the justification from the story? Speaker two, why the speaker two reply such kind of statement? Provide the justification. So we should bring the evidence from speaker one, for speaker one, and we bring the evidence from speaker two. Why? Why this is very good? Because that's life. Life is always like, have you ever heard about this term? Half full, half full, empty, half full, empty. So we have a glass of water, and then we have a half glass of water, and then if you bring this, if you give this to the thankful persons, he will say that, okay, thanks God, thank you very much. This water is quite helpful. But if you bring this to the cruel person, quote unquote cruel persons, he will say that, oh, only half. So this is the rest after you drink this water? Come on, the situation is just the same. Half glass of water, but the perspective is pretty much different. That's life. That's life. If you would like to be a very good, diligent, and everything excellent attributes, right, associated to you, Bapak Ibu, as okay, you are a great headmaster, for example, and you want to be great masters. But do not imagine that, okay, everybody will love me. Everybody will love me because I'm a great headmaster, because I am a great teacher, English teacher. No. There is always an enemy, quote unquote. But if you have a lovers, you will have the haters. That's life. That's life. That's life. Yeah, because life is about the point of view. Lovers will see from the positive point of view, and haters will see from the negative point of view. And positivity and negativity blended become ones in our attitude, in our characters. We have a bright side and dark side. That's the points, Bapak Ibu. So the best things that we should learn from this question is that, okay, how sophisticated the PISA in what? In showing the reality, into this kind of these questions. This is good questions, and you can modify this kind of questions, right? Right. Okay. Next, if you, Bapak Ibu, if you don't understand, you just raise your hand. Okay. Now it's about tasking, Bapak Ibu. Develop your activities and questions for the story, and then you can click this, Bapak Ibu. Pak, okay, moderator, Pak Agus, are you still
Yeah,
with
Pak.
us, Pak?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, because I can see you, Pak. Okay, as mentioned in our schedule, Pak, actually we are passing 14 minutes. That's fine. Now is the self-study. Yeah, I give a task and I'll be here. I'm still here, right, Pak? Pak Agus?
Ya, Pak.
I'm still, Pak Agus, saya harus tetap di sini.
Untuk
Menunggu tugas-tugas.
tugas mandiri.
Ya.
Tetap, Pak. Tapi terserah sih untuk mekanismenya tugas mandirinya gimana?
Okay. I'll be here, Bapak Ibu, but again, I give you personal time to respond these questions, right? Thank you, Pak Agus.
Yes.
I'll show you the link. Okay, I'll show you the link. I'll go to, wait. Can you see my link, Bapak Ibu? Si bacakan?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you can go to this. Okay, and then yeah, assignment. Develop your hot question and also activity. If you go this and click this, you will see this. Okay, the gift, right? This is the gift, and then you can read it by yourself, and then you can see. Try to answer these questions, Bapak Ibu. Try your question to answer these questions by this question. Okay, but the most important thing is that you should learn the way in developing the questions, because these are the examples of critical questions that stimulate the critical thinking and creativity. So, okay, give it a try to respond to questions, but the most important thing is that you should learn how to develop such kind of questions. And then what is your point? This is your part. Add your hot questions, Bapak Ibu. You have the example, right? But you should have your original questions, and we also learn about this, about being the open for the next, continuing the next point, and so on and so forth. You put here either one, Bapak Ibu. Do you know your number? You don't know your number?
No.
No. Okay.
I think it needs access, sir.
Okay, no problem. Which is fine. Just type here your questions and your name here. Okay, anyone. For example, if number 1 is already taken, you can find the next number 2. Anyone but your own name. You got the point, Bapak Ibu? Is that clear? The instructions? Okay, this is the examples. You have these reading pages, right? You have these reading pages. What is the title? The gift, right?
We cannot access the.
And then you have the example of.
We can access your
comments, sir.
docs document.
Oh, really? Wait,
yes.
I'll check. Wait. Oh, it must be accessible. It must be accessible because I can click the link.
But maybe
have you
shared? It has not been shared.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Wait. Okay, good. Okay, developing. Okay, somebody can teach me how to, because last night I already shared with anyone, so anyone can edit. Anyone who has the link can edit this.
Could you please copy?
I think that everything is.
Could you please copy the link to the chat box, sir?
Oh, okay. I do. Okay, I will share. Yes. Okay, this link. I think this okay by using this link. What do you think if I copy this? It's okay, yeah. Okay, I did. Yeah. Where is the chat box? where is the chat box? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'll stop the link. Stop share. This is chat box. Okay, right. Can you find the link?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
We'll
Good.
access it soon.
Right. Click, Bapak Ibu, click the links, and then the instruction is clear. Create your own hot questions. It must be hot. Please do not ask who is the main character of the. Come on, that's obsolete. That's obsolete. Yeah. And what is? It must be critical thinking. It must be critical thinking. And we already talked about this, discussed this. Okay. The second one. Okay. Yeah.
But
You must do this in 1 hour. Yeah. Wait a minute.
it still need an access.
Yes, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go back with such point. And the second one is explain your procedures, the possible procedures in developing HOTS activities. So the first one is about HOTS questions. The second one is about HOTS activities. Bapak Ibu. Your teaching step, you can use comma, and your name. The first one, the second one, or by using A, B, C, D, is also possible, right? The point is about the procedures. Okay, the first one is about the questions. The second one is about the procedures. Okay, what should I do? This one, can you see my dashboard? My dashboard laptop, Bapak Ibu? No, sorry.
No.
I'll try to share. I'll try to share first. Okay. Okay, share. What should I do here?
Bagikan.
You should develop questions here and develop procedures here. What should I do? Bagi, nih, this one.
Bagikan. Yes.
Bagikan. Okay. You are my teacher. I'll be your students. And then what should I do?
Ubah ke siapa saja yang memiliki link.
Ubah ke siapa saja yang memiliki link. Nah, ini sudah.
Yes, click
You have to click.
This one. Oh, I click this.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
And then saling link. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saling.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you have to choose it. Pengakses lihat saja itu diklik dulu lagi.
Oh, right. Okay. Editor.
Editor, yes. Selesai, sir.
Finish.
Okay. Try to access it.
All right.
Okay.
I've done, sir.
You are sophisticated. You are so advanced.
Yes.
In technology. Maybe.
Yeah, we can see the text already.
Okay, you can. Okay, good. Okay, go ahead. Your part.
Okay.
Should we do?
Oh, what should you do? All right. Once again.
No. I just begin to read the text.
Okay. Read the text. Read the text and then develop your own question and develop your procedures in teaching. Okay. Have your time. 1 hour. That's so luxurious. And then later on, we are going to discuss that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Say
I'm
that
together. No problem. Yes, go ahead.
yeah, the site said that I have already used all my access, so I need to request access more.
Oh, wait.
Or is it just me?
So everybody can
The
access, right?
same case. No, the same case with her.
Okay. What should I do?
Yeah.
What should I do then? Okay. All right. So wait.
Maybe you should.
Okay. Bapak Ibu, can you close? Can you close first?
Yes.
Okay. And then I try to do it one skin. Ubah ke siapa saja yang pernah punya link. And then, okay. Editor. And then selesai. Now you can edit it.
I think it's better for us to download it first. Is it okay?
No. Because we would like to discuss in this platform.
I see.
My point is like this. After you jot down your points about questions or
Yes.
procedures of teaching, then we would like to discuss it later on. If you put your activity, if you put your response in your own sheets, I think that's really hard to gather the whole points. You got my point?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. My pleasure.
Mr. Fat. Are you there? Hello, Mr. Fatur.
Sorry, any questions? No?
Yes. Maybe I missed the instruction. After read this text, what should we do?
Good questions. But actually, I already mentioned twice previously. Bu Wina, two things that you are
Sorry. Yeah.
two things that you are going to do. The first one, you should develop hot questions. Questions. Higher order thinking skills questions. Question which is actually to stimulate the higher order thinking skills. You cannot ask the test taker, okay, who is the main character? When, where the story probably happens? No. Yeah. Okay. That's the first instruction. The second instruction is that how to bring this, how to operate, how to teach this to your students. The first step. Okay, maybe this is quite different. Okay, sir, I would like to cut off into 5 strips, for example, because this is the long text. And then I'll distribute this into 5 persons, for example. And then I ask the cluster of any groups that having the different strips of the story to collaborate. Maybe using WhatsApp or anything, right? Become one comprehensive story. Okay. Or maybe, so this is good, right? Or maybe you can ask your students to, okay, after reading the whole passage of the story, I would like to ask the students to add another paragraph at the end, to close the story. Or I would like to ask our students to add new paragraph at the very beginning. So what kind of paragraph? So this is what we call HOTS activity. Okay. Is that clear, Bu Wina?
Yes.
So far, right?
Maybe the first we have to develop hot questions based on the text. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And the second, we have to make the procedure how to bring this text to our students. Am I right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
So the procedure it must be in the form of teaching steps. Okay. First one, for example, the first one I would like to cut off into 5 strips, and then for example. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. Thank you very much, Bu Wina.
Wait. Okay. For the second, for this,
I'm here.
Okay. For the second instruction, maybe this is based on our situations, or we just imagine that our students that have a good intake, so we have to make our own way to bring this text to them.
This is very customized. Your own situation, your own situations, your own preference, your own aspirations, your own personal touch. Use your magic touch here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, finish, Bapak Ibu. Halo? Okay, I would like to share. Oh, wait. Okay, Bapak Ibu, just wrap it and then put your response in the list. We have Pak Agus Butar-Butar. What is the purpose of the text? Okay, we have Bu Johana Pratiwi. What can we infer from the text? What is the title and the purpose in the story? Ibu Leni. So only 3 persons. Where are the others? This is real time, right? Or not really real time? Pak Agus, question please. So until what time that we are going to have? Pak Agus, sampai jam berapa ini?
Kita sampai jam 14.45, Pak.
14.45. Oke.
Kembaliannya ada aplikasinya. Ada kelas kembalian.
Orang 14.46.
Ya.
So, okay. Bapak Ibu, I think that you may have your own time, and then just complete it, and then I'll study your response here because your response will be scored by the committee, Bapak Ibu, and then I'll try to deliver your score to the committee. Have your time, no problem. And then now I would like to share with you the closings from my presentations. Okay, can you see my presentations, Bapak Ibu?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I would like to share this, Bapak Ibu. So develop your HOTS activities and questions here, and we are here now. These are the sample of HOTS questions. What will you do if you were in her place? Can you imagine it will probably happen if the moment didn't feed the panther, and so on and so forth, Bapak Ibu, right? And then this is the examples of the lesson plan if you are going to have the one-page lesson plan. And this is the examples of what online classroom platform using Google Classroom. I think this okay. To me, this okay as a template or as an inspirations that you can start with it, right, Bapak Ibu? And after all, I think this is good question as a self-questioning. What after giving or delivering a lessons to your students, what went well in this lesson? Why? Doing well or doing good or not really good or not really well? This is your questions. What problems did I experience? Was it student-centered or teacher-centered? You must be student-centered, your teaching style. What could I have done differently? Okay, what kind of any creative things that I can put in? What did I learn from this experience that will help me in the future for the next time? What things that I can improve for myself? Or you can chunks into many separations, the preparations, the written plan, the presentation, or in your activity with your students, and the assessments. Still, this is about self-questioning, right, Bapak Ibu? And where is my thank you? Where is my thank you? Where is my thank you slide? Oh, not here. Ah, this one. I missed this. I missed this. And finally, thank you very much for your attention, cooperations, participations, and many things, Bapak Ibu. I do hope that this is helpful for you. This is useful for you. I know because the time is quite limited provided by the committee, but again, this is a call for us. This is a calling. This is a wake up call for us how to deliver the higher order thinking skills activities and also designing the questions. So Bapak Ibu, any time actually you can raise the questions, and then you know my YouTube channel, so you can drop the question there, and then I'll find it, and then I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. Maybe I cannot respond it real time because I have commitment activities, commitment programs here. But I'll do my best. Thank you very much, Bapak Ibu, once again. Before closing this, any questions? So once again, about related to the last instructions, have your time, and maybe I still open until this evening, Bapak Ibu, so you can drop your best questions, hot questions, and also you have some inspirations from my slides, Bapak Ibu. Yeah, have your time until this evening, and I'll wrap up this evening. Okay. Once again, thank you very much. So here I would like to call you one by one. Stop share. Right. Thank you, Bu Leni, Pak Grit Nova, Pak Agus. Thank you very much for being our moderator. Ya, Bu Wina, Bu Ayu, Pak Yus, Medi.
Sama Pak.
Ya, Bu Johanna, Bu Dian.
Thank you.
Ya,
Thank you, sir.
Bu Admiati, Bu Sarinti, Bu Zahro, Bu Citra Utami, and then we have many persons here, right, in the list.
Yes.
Bapak, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Pak Agus, can I leave this meeting, Pak?
Oke, Pak. Thank you ya, Pak Dr. Fahtur Rohim, buat presentasinya untuk hari ini. Semoga teman-teman, Bapak Ibu semuanya, untuk lebih lanjutnya ada di grup ada nggak buat sama Pak Fahturnya? Atau bisa sharing di YouTube ya tadi ya?
Ya.
Oke deh. Oke deh Pak, makasih ya Pak Dr. Fahtur Rohim. Semoga lain kali bisa ada pertemuan lagi ya. Untuk teman-teman yang di Kalteng, untuk terutama yang guru-guru bahasa Inggrisnya ya. Oke Pak, terima kasih. Selamat berjumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Untuk Bapak Ibu, kita masih nunggu ya, nunggu Mas Haryadinya dulu, info selanjutnya. Sekarang mau yang istirahat aja dulu sambil nunggu.
Teman-teman
yang absennya belum, silahkan diisi absennya yang siang ini.
Bapak maaf, bisa ditunjukkan Kak yang sudah presensi supaya ngecek gitu?
Bentar ya, masih tunggu Pak Aryadinya dulu buat anu.
Oh ya, terima kasih Pak.
teman-teman tugasnya tadi cuman membuat itu aja ya, nggak ada yang lain. Kita nggak disuruh menjawab itu kan?
Bapak Ibu absen sudah ada di kolom chatting ya. Silahkan di.
Bingung Bu dengan tugasnya, nggak kamu ngapain?
Ya. Bapak Ibu dengan Pak siapa tadi? Pak Fatur ada tugas ya?
Pak Fatur.
Iya Pak.
Iya Pak.
Tugasnya.
Kurang nggak masih yang mau nambah lagi Kak?
Kayaknya yang di bawah itu aja deh, yang add your hot
Bisa
question
Pak.
for this.
Bisa Pak Aryadi kalau mau.
Mau nambah tugas Kak?
Jangan. Tapi bagi-bagi kopi dulu lah Pak.
Bapak Ibu kita istirahat 10 menit ya.
Oke.
Bagi yang ingin
Pak.
melihat
Pak.
video dulu ya.
Pak Riyadi tadi yang tugas untuk yang pertama yang storyline tadi masih dibuka kan ya Pak ya?
Ya itu masih dibuka.
Yang storyline.
Tanggal 1. Kemudian itu ngisinya itu kita beri batasan boleh 5 kali edit Bapak Ibu. Jadi kalau ada kesalahan ngupload bisa diperbaiki lagi sampai 5 kali.
Oke, terima kasih Pak.
Ya, sama-sama Ibu. Sekarang kita back to Indonesia ya. Back to Indonesia.
Back to Earth.
Tanya baru tadi yang jadi bahasa Inggris.
Maaf Bapak Ibu. Halo. Pak Aryadi.
Nggih Bu, ada yang bisa dibantu Pak?
Ini saya tadi terkeluar dari Zoom-nya, terus tugas dari Pak Fatur tuh nggak ada linknya lagi. Gimana?
Oh, link tugas Pak Fatur itu ada di LMS Bu ya, sudah kita tempel di situ. Saya share screen ya, saya coba lihatkan. Mana tadi? Nah, ini tugas punya Pak Fatur. Ini yang paling bawah rasanya. Nih, assignment ini. Diklik ini. Ada linknya udah. Silakan diklik di kelasnya Pak Fatur.
Iya.
Halo. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tuh. Ikan hiu makan ubi. I love you baby. Ah.
Kenapa tiba-tiba ngomong gitu? Gitu.
Aku untuk holiday day.
Holiday ke sini lah.
Kamu nggak boleh.
Kau mau ngabisin uang itu buat holiday beneran?
500 cukup apa?
Cukup Pak, cukup banget kalau di Majalengka, di Cirebon, jalan-jalan kemana-mana.
Orang ke kamu.
Kan aku udah ngasih itu option lain.
Beli Mas Apik.
Kalau kamu bisa dibeli mah gue beli.
Belilah. Dengan harga 5 juta.
Kebalik kali.
Disisir.
Gak mau.
Kamu masih Bimtek.
Nah ini
masih nih.
Jangan leave dulu ya.
Kamu nggak dengerin?
Udah selesai, tinggal nunggu teknisnya.
Udah ini.
Pak ini boleh live atau gimana Pak? Maaf bertanya.
Bapak Ibu, kita istirahat 10 menit.
Oh
Tadi
ya.
udah kepotong 5 menit, jadi tinggal 5 menit lagi ya.
Ya, oke.
Baik Bapak Ibu, kita bisa mulai ya. Tadi udah dikasih materi sama Ibu Tuti dan Pak Fauji. Boleh videonya di-on-kan kembali. Baik Bapak Ibu, kita masih semangat sore ya. Nggak ada semangat pagi, semangat sore ya ada sekarang. Bapak Ibu tadi ada mendengar suara-suara orang ngobrol dalam ruangan kontrol. Mohon dimaklumi ya Bapak Ibu ya. Tadi saya tinggal sebentar soalnya. Jadi saya tidak tahu entah apa yang diobrolkan. Baik, saya minta videonya di-on-kan dulu supaya kita cepat aja Bapak Ibu, nggak sampai 10 menit. Paling kalau misalnya semua hadir. Bapak Ibu sekalian, untuk materi berikutnya yaitu materi tentang evaluasi pelaksanaan PJJ. Jadi untuk materi ini Bapak Ibu sudah bisa langsung baca di LMS. Ini ya. Di LMS-nya. Bukan. Nah, ini. Di bagian evaluasi pelaksanaan PJJ jenjang pendidikan menengah Kalimantan Tengah. Jadi ini silakan Bapak Ibu baca-baca dulu dan kalau bisa ini disampaikan ke kepala sekolah. Jadi untuk materi ini tidak ada penyampaian secara khusus. Seharusnya kepala balai tapi karena beliau berhalangan. Jadi ini bisa dibaca mandiri. Bagus lagi kalau Bapak Ibu bisa menginformasikannya ke kepala sekolah masing-masing. Nah, untuk di materi evaluasi ini juga ada tugas, cuman tugasnya ini bukan sifat teknis. Saya buka sebentar tugasnya. Kalau yang lainnya baik Bapak Ibu sekalian, jadi untuk materi sore ini sekali lagi saya ulang. Bapak Ibu bisa download di LMS, di section atau di bagian evaluasi pelaksanaan PJJ jenjang pendidikan menengah di Kalteng. Silakan di-download. Kemudian tugas mandirinya bisa diklik. Ya, untuk tugas mandirinya bisa diklik. Tugasnya adalah Bapak Ibu hanya diminta cerita saja. Itu ya. Saya ulang di bagian LMS, kemudian di bagian evaluasi pelaksanaan PJJ jenjang pendidikan menengah di Kalteng, diklik. Di sini ada hasil evaluasinya, kemudian ada tugas mandiri juga. Tugas mandirinya adalah Bapak Ibu silahkan ceritakan dan uraikan apa saja suka duka, kendala dan pengalaman Bapak Ibu dalam melakukan proses belajar mengajar di masa pandemi. Nah, tugasnya ini bukan berbentuk file, langsung diketik di dalam LMS-nya ini saja langsung. Begini. Jadi tidak ada file yang dilampirkan untuk tugasnya. Ya. Jadi tinggal diceritakan saja, diketik di LMS-nya. Tidak ada mengirimkan file. Batasnya ini sama sampai tanggal 1, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Gitu. Ya, ada pertanyaan? Atau mau ditambah lagi kah tugasnya nih? Sudah aja gini lah. Sudah mulai terlihat.
Ngantuk sudah, Pak.
wajah-wajah lelah. Mudah-mudahan tugasnya bisa dikerjakan dengan baik.
Yes, sir.
Ya,
Ngantuk sudah, Bang.
sudah bisa dipahami ya. Materi yang terakhir itu dipelajari mandiri dan tugasnya juga hanya mereview. Untuk besok itu untuk besok kita materinya dari Universitas Palangkaraya, ada dosen yang akan menyampaikan, kemudian sesi terakhir saya, tapi mungkin ya kita yang santai-santai aja sesi terakhir itu ya, nggak usah tegang-tegang. Ya. Karena Bapak Ibu ini sebenarnya materi saya itu dari hari pertama, karena Bapak Ibu sudah menggunakan si bajakah, jadi udah nggak perlu lagi, tugasnya udah 100 semua aja kan. Ya, Bapak Ibu ya, karena udah bisa menggunakan, tapi nanti tetap kita kenalkanlah pelan-pelan, kemudian bagaimana platform di LMS itu bisa digunakan juga di tempat-tempat offline ya. Baik, sampai sekarang ada yang mau ditanyakan terkait materi ini, karena tidak ada penyampaian khusus dan hanya penugasan saja. Jelas Bapak Ibu?
Siap, jelas.
Oke, jelas. Baik. Ya. Ada yang mau ditanya Bapak Ibu? Pak ini baik Bapak Ibu, kalau sudah tidak ada yang ditanyakan, kita boleh akhiri sesi hari ini. Tapi sebelum saya akhiri, saya izin dulu, boleh nggak kita akhiri ini? Boleh ya?
Silakan Pak, silakan.
Oh iya, semangat sekali Pak Agus kalau diminta mengakhiri. Ya, adakah? Silakan Pak Rudi.
Oke Bapak Ibu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore. Informasi besok kita sesuai jadwal saja. Jadi besok ada materi dari narasumber dari FKIP UPR, Bahasa Inggris FKIP UPR, dan langsung disambung dengan materi Pak Riyadi besok. Setelah istirahat, nah, baru besok sampai ke acara penutupannya kita informasikan besok jam penutupannya setelah materi selesai evaluasi hingga besok penutupan, dan tanda tangannya besok aja juga. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu, saya pikir ini aja yang bisa kami sampaikan dari panitia, dan selamat ketemu lagi besok. Selamat sore.
Ya, Bapak Ibu, semangat yang mengerjakan tugasnya ya. Semoga saya selesai. Terima kasih Bapak Ibu, saya akhiri. Selamat sore, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bapak Ibu diperkenankan.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Sore selamat.
Jangan.